Hello anime lovers, welcome on Anime Otaku was exclusive channel. Today we'll see Rent a Girlfriend Season 1 Episode 1 title Rent a Girlfriend. Kazuya Kinoshito introduces himself as a 20-year-old college student living alone in Tokyo. He proudly declares that he has a girlfriend but quickly reveals that painful twist. She breaks up with him after only 1 month saying she fell in love with someone else. This marks his first romantic relationship and being dumped leaves him heartbroken and humiliated. Kazuya laments his breakup, expressing desperation and confusion over why things ended. He obsesses over his girlfriend's social media, discovering she has already moved on with another man, which frustrates and depresses him further. His emotions mix confusion, jealousy, and unwanted arousal as he struggles to deal with his loneliness. Feeling fed up with life and love, he stumbles upon a rental girlfriend app service online and decides to give it a try out of frustration and curiosity. Kazuya meets his rental girlfriend Chizuru Mizuhara for the first time. She appears polite, friendly, and attractive, asking about his college life. Her warmth and beauty immediately impress him, leaving him flustered and nervous. However, deep down he already feels uncomfortable, sensing how artificial the situation is and secretly wishes to escape the date. They visit an aquarium as a part of the date plan. Chizuru enthusiastically interacts with him, commenting on fish and showing excitement about the first time visiting such a place. Kazuo, initially reserved, gradually opens up. He notes that she even knows fish names and seems genuinely kind, which begins to confuse his emotion. He's unsure if what he's experiencing is real or just part of a job. After the date, Chizuru thanks Kazuo and part ways. When Kazuo realizes her sweet behavior was entirely professional, he feels betrayed and angry. He interprets her friendliness and hand-holding as emotional manipulation rather than service. In his frustration, he mocks her knowledge and rants about being deceived by a woman who merely acted for money. Kazuo's dad cut off his financial support, warning him not to waste his money on college life. Frustrated, he impulsively books another session with Chizuru to confront her when they meet again. Chizuru appears cheerfully and carefully styled, asking if she likes her hair. Kazu, despite wanting to scold her, finds himself charmed once more by her looks and demeanor. During the date, Kazu bluntly asks if she feels empty dating men for money. She confidently replies that she loves her job because she gets to meet new people. Showing professional pride, the interaction is interrupted when a store clerk mistakes them for a married couple. The clerk offers to pack the item together, leading into an awkward exchange about their relationship status. Chizuya plays along smoothly, teasing Kazu that they can be whatever they want to be. Her knowledge of fish and her effort to study topics for the date show her dedication to her work, which leaves Kazu conflicted. Part of him admires her, while another part feels emotionally toyed with. Kazu suddenly bursts out in frustration, criticizing the shallowness of fake relationships and declaring them meaningless. He shouts that love doesn't last and people always get dumb, projecting his heartbreak onto her. Chizuru's shock tries to climb him down and they spiral emotionally. Chizuru takes him aside and scolds him sharply for yelling in public and embracing her. She reminds him that she is a rental girlfriend and that he agreed to the terms. She furious that he gave to a one-star review after their first date, which damaged her perfect record. For the first time, Kazu sees a real personality, assertive, fury, and professional. Realizing he is in the wrong, he feels guilty for misjudging her. Despite the situation, Chizuru offers to continue the date, showing her professionalism again. However, Kazu gets a call informing him that his grandmother has collapsed, prompting him to rush to the hospital. Chizuru insists on accompanying him despite the awkward situation. At the hospital, Kazu's grandmother insists he is fine, but his family worries about her health. When they notice Chizuru, they assume she is the girlfriend. Cornered by his family excitement, Kazuo impulsively confirmed it, declaring, "She is my girlfriend," to everyone's surprise. Chizuru, caught off guard, politely introduced herself, continuing the act to avoid further confusion. Kazu's family become ecstatic, praising Chizuru's looks and calling her Helen Hoti. His grandmother insists on celebrating, and the entire family gushes over how lucky Kazuya is. The situation escalates when his grandmother bluntly asks if they have had sex yet, to which Chizuru gracefully deflects by saying they are taking things slowly and waiting for approval. Her quick thinking impresses Kazuya, though he internally screams that everything is just an act. While trying to leave, Kazuya learns that Chizuru's grandma is also hospitalized in the same building. He panics, realizing that if her grandmother finds out about her rental girlfriend job, it could ruin Chizuru's reputation. Both families are now unintentionally engaged, setting up a chaotic situation neither Kazuya nor Chizuru can easily escape. Kazuya and Chizuru try to avoid being discovered by their grandmothers and relatives, hiding in various hospital rooms. The situation turns comically tense as they whisper plans to distract others and escape unnoticed. The comedic panic escalates with misunderstandings and close calls, heightening the awkward tension between them. While hiding, they end up pressed closely together, leading to a hilariously uncomfortable moment as Kazuya's physical reaction embraces both of them. Chizuru threatens to report him if he doesn't control himself. They narrowly avoid being caught by others searching the room. Despite the comedic chaos, Kazuya briefly finds himself emotionally stirred by her presence, almost forgetting their arrangement until Chizuru reminds him firmly that she is just a rental girlfriend. At that moment, both grandmothers accidentally meet, realizing that Kazuya and Chizuru are dating each other. To their shock, they discover that Chizuru and Kazuya are actually grandchildren of those two close friends. The grandmothers are thrilled, calling it destiny both their grandchildren are together. They praise both Kazuya and Chizuru, blessing their relationship and joking about future marriage. Kazuya feels completely trapped in the lie, realizing and Chizuru Chizuru are now publicly seen as a real couple by both families, a misunderstanding that could change everything for them moving forward. After escaping the chaos at the hospital, Kazuya apologizes to Chizuru for forcing her to lie about being his girlfriend in front of both their families. Chizuru calmly assures him that it's fine, explaining that many clients often want to her play the part of a girlfriend before their relatives. She treats it as a part of the job. Shilkazu feels guilty for dragging her into such a complicated situation. Together they agree that the best solution will be to tell their families later that they broke up, ending this misunderstanding peacefully. Kazuya opens up about his family for the first time, revealing that his parents run a traditional steak store called Nagomisake, which was founded by his grandfather. After his grandfather passing, his grandmother continued running it, becoming the emotional pillar of the family, almost like a goddess in Kazu's eyes. Because of her devotion, the family cherishes her deeply. Kazu admits that he is a grandma boy and that his biggest wish to make her happy before she passes away. His grandmother's only desire is for him to find a kind girlfriend, which motivates much of his behavior. Kazu confesses that he once had a real girlfriend, but she refused to meet his grandmother and soon dumped him. Feeling rejected and desperate to please his gran, he impulsively rented Chizuru through the rent-a-girlfriend app. He calls himself lame for doing so, feeling ashamed that he had to pay someone to act like his partner. Chizuru responds kindly, reminding him that loneliness is a normal human emotion. Everyone experiences emptiness sometimes, she says, and most people try to fill it with work, relationships, or distractions. Her empathy also softens the tension between them. Kazu resolves to confess everything to his grandmother and promises to someday introduce a real girlfriend to her. He reflects that one can't find their true self through renting relationships, only by living genuinely. Chizuru gets half amused, playfully hits him for sounding too sentimental, calling his words corny. The light-hearted banter helps dissolve the awkwardness, with Kazu teasing back that her own rental performances are just as cheesy. She replies that being corny is fine because it's her job, and the two share a mutual apology, Kazu for the trouble they caused and the Chizuru for the confusion of the day. Chizuru admits that she too wants to make her family happy, particularly her grandmother, but she cannot quit her rental job yet. Though she doesn't explain why, her tone reveals that she carries personal burdens behind a cheerful persona. Before leaving, she tells Kazu that if he ever feels lonely again like a rabbit, he can call her. The remark carries a warm, almost caring undertone, hinting at the start of deeper emotional bond despite the professional boundaries. Kazu narrates that he doesn't plan to contact Chizuru again. He vows to stop relying on rental dating and move forward with his life, convinced that pretending in relationship won't solve his loneliness. However, his tone suggests uncertainty, as if part of him already knows this won't be the end of the story. Kazu's transition to his normal college life, narrating humorously, that it marks the true beginning of this pathetic, yet optimistic campus story. His friend teased him crudely about his virginity and personal habits, setting a comedic and light-hearted tone. Kazu's self-deprecating humor frames his return to everyday life as both embracing and hopeful. He declared that this is the start of a beautiful virgin life, embracing his awkwardness and determination to grow from it. And with this, here the episode ends. So friends, if you like the episode, share it with your friends and comment what's your thought in this episode. For next episode, subscribe our Anime Otaku X YouTube channel and press the bell, and we'll see you soon with an episode. Thank you. Next episode, ex-girlfriend and girlfriend.